So the next teaching brings us to a whole lot. It gets interesting. Understanding technicals, understanding fundamentals. Somebody says he wants to know how to blend fundamentals with technicals before executing trades. Now, let me say this. So I'll handle first and second. Fundamental analysis is very, very broad, right? An aspect of it is what people think fundamental analysis is, and that's using Forex Factory. Okay, so I'm just going to talk a bit about it. Fundamental analysis is way bigger than that. So when you search fundamental analysis, it's a whole lot, right? And the Forex Factory calendar only shows you news releases. It doesn't tell you the story behind it. It doesn't, or maybe sure, maybe one or two things can come under. But because I can't do a fundamental analysis is a course on its own, like a full-blown teaching that will take 1 hour long form content that frankly some of you do not have the passion to learn. Most of you want to make money, which is overnight rather, because making money is why we're here, but most of you want it as quickly as possible. Fundamental analysis doesn't promise you that probably for the next 3 months, right? So I've on the trading floor, one time the guys met me and was like, "Would you teach us fundamental analysis?" And I think that was when we were really starting out. So I told them, I can teach you that, but you guys are more interested in pushing a button to make money. Fundamental analysis doesn't do that. It takes a lot of reading, a lot of understanding. Although now with the rise of technology, it makes it easier. Right, so I will narrow down the focus because fundamental analysis is broad. But if I was to give you something, it's all about telling the story, the macro story behind the currency pairs or the assets you trade. For example, when we talk about tariffs, how it affects the economy, how it affects trade across nations. So how will the Chinese move their goods to the US, and US being a service-driven company that does not rely on imports to survive. Then they want to now start exporting more. A lot of trade tensions surrounding tariffs, leading to inflation, leading to Trump wanting the Fed to cut interest rates to increase cash flow because inflation is becoming a problem. A lot, okay? So, but it's something you can learn, but it will take you serious work to do that. However, if you're starting out, what you do with Forex Factory is to be aware of the news event and to start studying from here. So, like today, Tuesday, the dollar had Jolt Jobs opening. What does this mean? This just is very simple. Jolt Jobs opening just means that the number of jobs that were available, that was open, that they gave opportunity for jobs, read through it and prepare that around this time, if you don't know how to trade or if you have no setup, avoid the market as of this time. But Jolt Jobs opening is not market moving to the point where you can wreck your account. The ones that can do, and if you want to write this down, let me go back. There are 4 types of news events that can destroy your portfolio or your trading account, right? And this is how you avoid them. The first one is NFP. I know NFP is this Friday, that's why I'm starting with it. And many people will be like, well, I trade NFP and I'm profitable. How many of your trades are profitable? Like really, in all honesty. If you don't know what you're doing, avoid NFP. If you do, by all means. Then CPI, it's an inflation data. I can't explain all in this video. NFP is talking about employment, right? And why is the market moving? Because the central banks are mandated to ensure that there is a balance between unemployment and employment in a way that helps the economy to grow. And the central banks are the ones that issue currency prices. Okay, so yeah, there is that there. CPI is there, then FOMC of interest rates. You can see Fed rates, you can see overnight rates, basically interest rates. right? These are market moving data. So FOMC or interest rate, depending on the whatever you trade, right? So we have NFP, we have CPI, we have FOMC. Every other thing can, at a degree, move the market. But you see these three things, they're very powerful, very, very powerful. So you want to pay attention to them. I would have added PPI, but once CPI is out, PPI is not as effective as the rest. So what you do when you want to trade them is during this period where you don't, if you have a setup, you can trade before the news event or 5 minutes, 15 minutes after the news has happened and the market has blown over, you can look for an opportunity to trade it. Blending fundamentals and technicals is a whole content on its own, a whole lot of teaching, and I can't do that wrapping up. However, what I will tell you is you can start by learning those things on Forex Factory, but don't follow them. I know they will say if it comes out green, it's good for the country's economy. It doesn't always work that way. You need to study the story, the theme behind it, right? So, for example, I'll give you a good one. Gold has been rallying, has been moving to the upside, and somebody, excuse me, and somebody was telling me I want to sell gold. I feel like gold is going to, or if that's what you believe, that's fine. But I don't think gold is gold because what is putting gold prices up? There are many, right? So the gold market is rising because whatever is pushing the market higher is plenty. Where is gold? I'm looking for gold. Right? So we have geographical tensions. The war between the Israelis and the Gaza is still there. That's one. So gold is bullish because gold is a safe haven. I'm giving you fundamentals 101 and sentiment 101 too. Then we have interest rate cut is normally good for gold. Why? Because gold traditionally becomes more attractive. The prices are rising, people are interested in buying gold, and gold is priced in the dollar. So rate cuts for the dollar is good for gold. You might not understand some of these things I'm saying, and it's normal if you're very new. You won't get it at one instance, but when you keep learning it, you will. So I have to return to what I was doing, so we will not be here forever. Okay? Okay, great. Now, you want to build effective trading strategies. I have taught that. Let me, some of the things. You see this? First teaching. Let me go to the first one. This first teaching shows you how a trading strategy is built, right? It shows you how to build a trading strategy. This first particular one, this introduction, this mentorship pattern, the things you use for a trading strategy, directional bias, the frame, and the entry trigger. Go study it. Okay, you don't have to use this system, but you could use the principles for your trading. It's there. Okay, so go and study it, go through it, you have it there. Most of what you are asking, most of them I've already handled it. Look, it's there. I spoke about it, I discussed it. Okay, so we can move forward. Now, knowing when to trade and when not to trade. That will determine, it will be based on your strategy. Okay, so if your system is a day trading system, of course, we should be looking for you during the London session and the New York session. When is the London session and when is the New York session? Again, I've done a video out of the playlist. There's a teaching there that says time and price. You see that some of us, what we lack is discipline. It's not knowledge that is not available. Discipline to go through it. There is a teaching here that says time and price. Swing trading. I think time and price should be down. I've done a teaching that speaks of time and price. Okay? So go through them and study it. Look at it here. So how to use time and price. If you're a day trader, that's what you want to be looking at. And we talked about it here. Okay, so go through it, and then if you are not a day trader and a swing trader, you trade when you see your setup. right? So you trade when you see your setup. If you're a day trader, the time, like specifically, the times are there where you will trade. If you've been in my mentorship, I teach a specific model, time and price model, time-based model. It is a 1 hour window. You get that 1 hour twice in a day, and you look for specific things, and those things teach you how to it teaches exactly what you're looking for. And that, like, if you don't have anything else to do, or if you're so busy, or if you're just looking for a window of time, I teach a specific 1 hour window where you could directly just go there, look for it. If it's there, you trade it. If it's not there, you wait till the next 1 hour for the day, and then you go. If it's there, you trade it and you move forward. Okay? So if that is not it, then when you want to trade, swing trade. Now, building effective trading strategies, knowing when to trade and when not to trade. I've spoken about that one. Understand time and price in trading. I have thought about it. Risk management and account management. I have it also there on the YouTube channel. How to use risk reward ratio in real trade conditions. Let me show you. Okay, so if I was to scroll down, right, I have a teaching that says this is for a small account. I have a teaching here for a small account that speaks on risk management. Have I spoken about risk management here? This is for trading psychology. If you struggle with your psychology, that's it. For risk management, this is it. This particular teaching. If you have a small account or a large account, how to trade and grow a small account. The problem is you don't want to do it. That's the problem. You don't want to do it. It's there. I teach how you can use it, how much to risk, how to do your risk to reward ratio. It's all there. You want to be successful, be diligent. It's not the next knowledge that you've not even made use of this one. How are you going to be successful? Okay? So now it says how to use risk to reward. It's there. Remaining consistent instead of just consolidating accounts and moving from one thing to the other. Okay, so if you want to be a consistent, profitable trader, you have to learn what it takes to be a consistent, profitable trader. It will not just walk on your head. If you want to learn it, this will help you. And if you feel like this will not be enough, you can join the advanced mentorship, and that will help you. Okay, so with this being said, I think this brings us to the end of our video. You now see that most of your challenge is you not willing to put in the work. I have students that work in day and night and they see the results. They see it work out and you are not putting in the work. So you should put in the work. You should go through them. You should practice. You should make your research. And I have made them available for you. You're not seeing success not because the teaching is not there, not because there's one next best knowledge, but because you're not disciplined enough. And nobody will do that part for you. I can guide you, I can put you through, I can coach you. I will do that to the best of my ability until you have what it takes to become profitable. But it is you that will put in the work. I can't backtest for you. You have to do the backtesting. You have to go through the teaching. You have to be the one to sit down and to study this. For if you don't, your trading will suffer. Okay? With that being said, thank you so much. Let's do the last round of questions and answers, and then we'll be done.